Hey guys, it's Toby here. This is Toby Talks episode 15, and this one is suicidal thoughts. And I apologize in advance if this upsets anybody watching, but in these videos, I'm trying to talk about all aspects of my mental health and how my life has been affected. So, to discuss the many ways that suicide has entered my mind, to me seems very important. I think the first time that I thought that I could take my own life, or the thought that I could take my own life, became apparent. Although I can't pinpoint the exact moment, was when I was in secondary school. As a teenager with changing hormones and the real introduction of societal pressure, I sometimes became so overwhelmed that I thought maybe I could just disappear. Thoughts at the forefront of my mind at times when I said I'd been caught out in a lie, or I felt embarrassed, or I felt I was being picked up by a friend, or I'd fallen out with a friend, or I was being ignored. But at a younger age, I only ever thought of the possibility of suicide. I never really thought to attempt it. So jumping ahead to my adult life and my struggles with mental health and addiction, the thoughts of committing suicide became much less of a peripheral, and at times it's been the only thing that I held in my head. In the darkest days, I would consider suicide on a daily basis, and once my head was trapped in the tides of depression, I would find 1,000 different reasons to take my own life. Just to overview how I felt, it was just a few thoughts and things that I had thought. So when considering suicide, I've not always felt like I wanted to die, or that I want to die. Two more overwhelming thoughts that have been apparent in my head is that I deserve to suffer, that the world would be better off without me. And I've believed that I'm so worthless, and that I am only capable of hurting and upsetting and disappointing people, that I don't deserve to live. I don't deserve happiness, and that although my suicide might upset people, hurt people, it would be better for me, better for those that I love if I weren't in their lives. So at times I almost talked myself into the belief that to commit suicide would be a noble act. And at other times I felt like I wasn't in control, and that on the worst days, just walking down the street can be a horrible struggle. There's an urge to step out in front of traffic. It can envelop me, and I have to fight really hard. It's almost as if there's someone else in my head pushing me to do things, to step out. I found that many walks led me to the local train station, where I would sit for hours just contemplating. Almost every time I was alone, the noise in my head got so loud I felt I was losing the fight. I would seriously contemplate how to commit suicide, as well as just thought of it. Whilst under the influence as well, the thought of suicide often became much louder, and I would often get so drunk or so high because I thought that with low inhibitions in a crowded thought, I would be able to go through with it. I thought that the drink would aid me, that the drugs would aid me. And I always tried to keep these thoughts from those around me. A lot of my struggles I tried to put on a front to those people, to try and make people think I'm fine. But sometimes I found that impossible, and would tell those around me that would be better off without me, and actually threaten, and I hate this, I hate that I've done it, actually threatened the people to kill myself. Sometimes I've meant it. Sometimes I just wanted to get everything out of my head, and sometimes I just wanted to get attention, and it sounds horrible for me to say that. it's really hard for me to say that, but that's how it is and how it has been. Sometimes all of these thoughts have become too much, and on a number of occasions I've actually attempted suicide, and on one occasion I almost succeeded. I don't want to talk about the specifics in this video. I'd just like to say that I lied to a lot of you, and there were a few times I was in hospital and it wasn't an accident. And afterwards I fabricated stories to mislead, partly because I was embarrassed, I was ashamed, partly because I didn't want to upset anyone, partly because I felt I'd failed. And as things got too much, I began to feel I was a coward because I was incapable of killing myself. And that made me a coward. It's just really difficult to talk about now. And now, looking back, I wasn't a coward. I was the opposite. I was brave enough and lucky enough that I made it through. And now I feel so glad that I'm still here, so glad that my will to live prevailed. So proud that I am now able to see all of the incredible things and the people I have in my life. I feel lucky to be coming out the other side of my darkest days, but there are still days and there are still moments when suicidal thoughts can creep into my mind, and just a lot more able to fight them. And now I feel positive about my future. So I would just like to finish this video with a thought to those who have lost their lives to suicide, who have lost the fight, and to those close to them. And I hope that together, talking about our struggles and fighting for a good mental health for everyone, can crush these feelings and thoughts that lead so many to take their lives. Together we can promote all of the positives that make life so beautiful. As always, thank you for watching, guys, and good mental health to all. Big love.